my own device to help people with their memory, because there were always some students who I couldn't reach, but I was an expert. I knew traditionally how to do it, but they were wired differently. And so I developed a device that actually helps people with their memory. So I spent a lot of time, went to Korea, did some work over there, and then I shifted again. That was difficult. There were barriers to entry with that product in this country because people were really skeptical about it, but it really actually works. And then I created the Premier Capital. I really wanted to do some real business. And so I had a great mentor, which I totally recommend, who helped me to figure out how to finance businesses and gain their trust. Okay, so smart trust is a key word that I want you to take away with you, because trust in the people that you work with and the people in your world is an incredibly difficult thing to develop and something that is worth a lot. Okay, so keep that in mind for sure. So I'm a factor actually. I work with private investors, businesses who would come to us who were struggling somehow financially. We would meet with them, we'd talk to them. They had to learn to trust us, and then we would figure out a way to finance their business so that it could grow. So I learned real business. And I loved helping these businesses figure out, okay, well, how can you do this differently or that differently? For me, I love being creative. I love throwing everything up in the air and just looking at it and saying, okay, this isn't working. What else can we try? Let's figure out something, all right? But I'm really interested in young people. So I put together my years of teaching biology and science with my new MBA business hat, and I created BillionaireBabies. And I've been working on this since 2007. So part of what I do, and I've done a lot of teaching around it, is I have goal setting and time management CD sets, which you can actually download. But I'm selling them here at a very reduced price. So if anybody's interested in these, you can see me afterwards. I brought some in, okay? Because if you're going to do a business, if you don't have goal setting, time management, it's not going to work. Also, it works for your life as well. So if you haven't set goals, personal goals or other goals, then you're going to have Why do you think I wear a hat? Bad hair. It does work on a bad hair day. Yeah, I use it for branding for my business. If I'm out networking and I say, I was the lady with the hat on, they know instantly who you are. I also say I'm the money hat lady, and I pull money out of my hat. So I use them also because I like hats, but I also use them for business as well.
How many hats do you own?
I own a lot of hats actually, for different occasions. Yeah. You can write a goal, any goal, okay? Because tonight is about you. It's not about me. It's about you figuring out some things that you want to do with your life. Okay? Don't let what other people say ever stop you from achieving your goals in life. There are a lot of naysayers. One of your goals is to surround yourself with probably 10 positive people who believe in what you believe in. And chances are, if somebody's saying something negative to you, probably their life isn't so great either. Okay? It's an acronym for goal setting. It's SMART, S-M-A-R-T. SMART, I talked about smart trust, and I'm talking about smart goal setting. You need to be specific. It has to be measurable, has to be achievable, relevant, and happen in a certain period of time. Okay, so those are fancy words. What does it mean, okay? If you're specific, it means you have a certain goal, okay? My goal at the moment is I've created a board game that teaches entrepreneurship. It was copyrighted at the Library of Congress. I'm trying to license it to Hasbro or a big toy company to get it out into the world to teach young people about entrepreneurship. So all of I've done many different things, but now that is my goal. That's what I spend 24/7 thinking about and trying to make the right contacts and getting it out there. I know it will happen. I have no idea exactly how at this point, but it will. So specific goals. So you wrote down a goal on your owl. You've got your goal. Measurable. Does the goal answer the questions of how many, how much, or how often? Okay, so if the goal is too broad or not focused enough, it's not going to be achievable, and so therefore you might get discouraged trying to do it. So write down something that's very specific. Maybe you want to get an A in your course in biology in college, if that's what you're studying, or whatever it is. Okay, the A is achievable. Can you get the support you need to achieve the goal? Do you have the resources? Okay, so again, it comes back to surrounding yourself with positive people who resonate with you. Okay, now sometimes we have negative people in our family or people we think might be close friends who actually are not. What you have to do is you have the power to deal with what the people say to you. So some of the people around you are going to be negative, and so the best thing to do is just kind of ignore that or say, I'm doing what I want to do, or not get into a fight with them, because if it's somebody that's going to be in your world, they're going to be there, aren't they? But in terms of business, I have a couple of mentors myself for this game. There are two professors from Suffolk where I did my MBA. They are wonderful, wonderful people, and they are helping me with my mission. So get a good mentor. Could be a teacher, could be a parent, could be a grandparent, could be somebody you work for, could be a coach, somebody that believes in what you are doing, and that will help you tremendously to achieve your goals. Okay, is it relevant? Does the goal make a difference in your career? Or I would say, does it make a difference in life? Is it going to change your life? Is it going to change other people's lives? Because if you think about it, whatever people are doing, and there are so many different choices you can do, it's all about helping people to figure out something that they haven't figured out before. So that's really what I'm doing here tonight. But it doesn't matter what your profession is, that is really what our mission is, and that's what we're all trying to do. Okay, and then time bound. Does it stay as a clear goal? So sometimes you have a goal and it's way off in the distance. You have to set some kind of a timeline. I'm going to do this, I'm giving myself a year to get this game licensed out there. Okay? So I set daily goals, I set weekly goals, I set monthly ones, and then I try to hold myself to those to actually have accomplished them. So if you have a goal and you're not acting on it or doing anything, it is not going to happen, is it? Okay, so the next page, and somebody help me with the time if I'm going too long. My goal is, what's the completion date? Steps to reaching the goal. Action, action, action. Once you have your goal in mind, what am I going to do first? Sometimes that's the hardest thing. How do I get started doing this? Write down one thing. I'm going to look up an article about this. I'm going to talk to one business person about this. I'm going to read a book about this. Right? So whatever it is you're going to do, I'm going to take a course about this. I'm going to listen to a webinar. So make it something that's doable, that you can actually get started on. And then you'll have a very long list, won't you, of things. We'll start with 4. And then 2 things that will help me reach my goal. What am I going to do? Maybe I'm going to get a mentor. I mentioned that. Maybe you can have a friend you're accountable to. I have what I call a mastermind group every Wednesday morning at 8:30. 4 of us talk on the phone. 2 are on the West Coast, 2 are on the East Coast, and these are 4 women who are all in business. And at those, we each take a turn talking about, well, what has happened this week that you need help with? And so we each take our turn, and I usually come away with 1 or 2 things. Or if I've gotten discouraged because it's been a bad week, and that definitely happens. Life is like this, it's totally ups and downs, you have to be more like this. They'll say, okay, well, why don't you try this, or why don't you do this? So that's part of my mentoring. Somebody like Richard Branson, you know Richard Branson is, he's a Virgin brand. I've actually met him. He has a room full of journals. He writes down everything every day about what he wants to do. And he attributes a lot of his success to doing that, but nobody gets everything done every day. Okay, but in the grand scheme of things, then you fit it into your weekly goals or yearly. And so, again, you're thinking, okay, what did I, look back and see, well, what did I accomplish this month, maybe? And how many things did I, and then you can feel good about it instead of being negative and saying, oh, I didn't get all these things done. Well, I can assure you, no one does. Okay, does that help?
Yeah, it would. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Thank you. You're a great
Thanks.
volunteer.